Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. On this week's show, we're going to be talking about offensive flyers. We're going to be talking about the Labour Party's plans and how they're going to make a government. And we're going to be talking about Nazis. All that and anything you'd like to talk about, just get in touch with that information below. We'll be giving out during the show for about an hour. So I guess it's time to hear from the Duke.
It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
Hello, we're back. I just cleared all this shit off the desk because there was so much of it. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I'm joined, as ever, by the Sturmfuhrer himself, Graham Booth.
Hiya, you alright?
I'm alright, mate. How are you?
I've just realised how squeaky the chair is that we give you. We've got a choice of about 50 chairs behind you. We got the squeaky one.
No chance of a sly wank on this one, is there?
No.
None whatsoever. It is very squeaky, isn't it?
It is. It's good as well, though. I mean,
Oh, it's going to be like the leather jacket. I'm not going to be able to stop now. Sit still. How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm good. I've had fun tonight. We've been continuing our upgrade of the studio, which is nice. As people can see there's a nice little thing going on behind Aidan. It's not there yet. It's a work in progress, but it's nice. It's relaxing.
There's a lot more to do in this room, isn't there?
There's a lot more, but it will be ready for everyone soon.
Maybe we should come in for more than 1 hour before. And not just bugger off for a road trip like we did tonight.
Yeah,
which is on my Twitter. We went for a little road trip to buy batteries that it turns out we didn't need.
No, we tried something and it
So I went to a petrol station, paid 4 times what I should for batteries. Didn't need them.
Yeah, if people check my Twitter feed, they'll see a picture with a TV behind it and a very stressed-looking me. You will notice that TV's now gone. We've killed it.
Long gone. Let's see who we got in tonight in the live chat. We got Aphid Lip, who just retracted his message about leather jacket. We got Smoke Steve. We got Natalie. Hello, Natalie. Cup of Tea, Buckscore, Chokesy the Nuke Killer. Okay. That was the chair, all right? Cup of tea. We've got Cup of Tea in. That's nice. Got our Tez. How you doing, Tez? And we got Nat. Good to see you as well, Nat. And Mr. Kill C1. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. I can only see sort of what's there kind of in front of me. I'm sure we'll get around to you shortly. If you've got anything you'd like to put to us this evening, I will start the email up in a second, which I forgot to do. It's live.
Shall I give you the other chair, man? Shall I just bring one over?
Live at triggerwarning.tv. And we'll read them out. This chair's going to... It wasn't this bad last week. What's happened?
I don't know.
What's happened?
Do you want this one?
We've got to try something.
This isn't sustainable, man. It's going to send me over the edge. Wait.
That's much quieter. Oh, shit, there's nowhere to put it. Shit, it's going to be in shot no matter what we do. Quick, the people will notice something's happening.
No, not if we're fast.
They won't have seen a thing. Jesus Christ, nearly went off the back of the bastard. You can't adjust it. Do you think anyone noticed?
No, man.
I should have used my vape.
I know, yeah.
Just blown a cloud and... Oh, great.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's a different sort of noise. Check out the hip movement, though.
I know. It's
not bad for a man of my age. We got Lee in chat. Hello, Lee. How you doing? Boaty McBoaty. And Happy Dog saying, why does this look like it's filmed in a branch of Dixon's? Not a million miles away, mate. Because we're in a new room that we've not dressed yet. There you go.
Yeah.
Atomic Waster. Lots of new people. We'll give you all shout outs. So get in touch live at triggerwarning.tv, at TriggeredTV on Twitter. And that's about it, really. That's the only way to get in touch. I've clicked for the email program to start. It might even be running before the end of the show. I would really... Oh, good, it's installing updates. Really like it if some people did mail in or something this week. I'll be reading them out because we've got no Cherry. Cherry's working this evening. So, yeah, he didn't finish till really late. There's no Skype this evening. Now, that machine isn't even set up yet. It's in pieces.
We've not even... Yeah, it is literally... It's all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, there's stuff everywhere.
Check that from Cherry, though. Working late. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Hey?
At the pub.
He's having an affair. He's found another man.
He'd be down the boozer now.
Oof, I've not done that in ages. I'd like to do that.
Do you know what? I can't remember the last time I was in a pub.
We've been threatening to have a pint with one another for years now, haven't we?
Yeah, but it's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe if and when you do move up that way.
Yes, I'm still working on that, yeah.
Yeah, well, when that happens, it'll be dead easy, won't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, would everyone just... Oh, fucking, it's going to do this to me again all night, isn't it? I haven't put all the passwords in for all the email accounts since the server move. Cancel. Fuck off.
I love how we've spent all night just building and faffing about with setting new stuff up, and now everyone's just watching us do admin.
It's very stressful, this. It's very stressful. What sensible people would have done is just do all the shows remotely until we had this place finished.
That was the plan originally, wasn't it?
But we're not very sensible. Never let it be said we allow logic to get in the way of a good time. Good time meaning, sitting around doing fuck all and then having a panic near the end. Remember, everybody, like Smoke Steve just said, go to live chat. Change top chat to live chat in YouTube. If you'd like to contribute to Trigger Warning Project, remember we've got the cool website with all the new features on there. It's got social media, forums. You're going to be able to have your own blogs and websites on there on your own subdomain, just like WordPress.com. That should go live next week. Got a few people that want to try it out, so we'll be launching with them, and we'll see how that goes. If you would, you can go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv and become a patron for Trigger Warning. We are going to take that all onto the site soon. We'll be able to have extra stuff just on site without going through third parties. We can host video now. We've got Graham's video that was taken down off YouTube on there at the moment. Right on the front page, his video about Owen Jones. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's triggerwarning.tv. It's right on the front page. You just scroll down to where it says articles, and we're going to be doing more and more and more to try and give people other options than sitting on Twitter all day. A site you can use, a site you can do stuff with that doesn't track you, that doesn't bombard you with ads, that doesn't harvest your personal information. If you don't want to put any cash in, it's fair enough, or perhaps you can't. Help us out by spreading links to the show. Let everyone know on all your lists, whether you've got 1 follower or 10,000 followers. We appreciate it just the same. Get the word out, let people know, and let them enjoy the wholesome goodness that is Trigger Warning, where I don't even say cunt anymore. It's mostly Graham that says it. Mostly when he's talking about disabled people and the Jews. It's true. We're going to be talking about your lot later on, Graham. Nazis.
Fuck off, Hayden.
He's actually put a light so I can't see his face.
I know, that was intentional, and then, I can shift it if you want.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
We've not got your preview telly up either, have we?
No, so I've just got to guess what you're doing. This chair's not as nice as the squeaky one. Kind of miss my squeaky one. One last quick look in here. Make sure I click the right button at least. Oh, by the way, remember to subscribe and hit the bell on YouTube. Not that apparently most people are getting notifications, but it's what you do. It's what you do. Happy Dog says, why is this not on Liveleak? Because Liveleak is not having live streaming at the moment. There's many things that need to be sorted out with that aren't ready to be sorted out yet. So we're stuck here. As soon as we can, we will, of course, return to the mighty Liveleak, because it's my home. It's where my people were, or left us now. The Vapist says, Hayden, if you get time, look into something called GCMAF. on what the government are doing. I guess I better make a note of that, hadn't I? GC, I'm going to be bothered to know what that is now. I'm making a note of it, and I will remind Graham to remind me to not forget. Oh, dear me. Happy Dog wants to know why you've got a fat head, Graham.
Pizza. Lots of pizza, lots of butter.
I'm not going to lie, not being the slimmest people, though, I have lost quite a lot of weight recently. Not by surprise. It's not any weird. I've
Just woke up, bloody hell.
yeah, I've just had to. I've got no choice. I have to. But I was really surprised after you had that shave for the wedding.
Yeah.
How sort of round.
I know, but I've just had the beard for so long.
It really is the Carl Pilkington thing. Though.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of Carl Pilkington messages and people sending me pictures of the cartoon character version of him.
Could be, the lookalike industry.
Oh, really?
Hey, it's a few quid, Graham.
I just no, I'm not doing that. Can you imagine?
Open, like day centres and all sorts, youth clubs.
No, right. Even if there was a vague thing, the life you'd have to live to become a lookalike, it'd be horrible. You imagine just watching him for hours and hours.
It'd be great.
Copying his mannerisms and
I'd
all
fucking love it if you were a Carl Pilkington lookalike. I'd be over the fucking moon.
I had a little card and everything.
Oh, I'd be so happy. I've got a mate that does that.
What are you doing this weekend? Well, just pretending to be Carl Pilkington again.
As if.
I don't look like him, though. There's just that vibe. There's a similar vibe. And because you're used to the beard being there.
No, you've just got a round head, dude. It's all right. All right. Apparently, it's a miracle cure for cancer. GC math. Let's have a look. Apparently, it's a protein produced by a modification of vitamin D binding protein. Results from sequential deglacylus. I can't even fucking say that. Macrophage activating factor. MFs are lymphokines that control the expression of antigens on the surface of macrophages, and one of their functions is to make macrophages become cytotoxic to tumours. Since 2008, I'm sorry to do this live, but it's very interesting. Since around 2008, GCMAF has been, or GCMAF, however you say it, has been promoted as a cure for cancer, HIV, autism, and other conditions. That's usually where I become suspicious. As if cancer's one thing. And all these other conditions. 3 out of the 4 of the original studies authored by Yamamoto, published between 2000 and 2007-2009, were retracted by the scientific journals in which they were published in 2014, officially due to irregularities in the way ethical approval was granted. The reasons also included methodological errors in the studies, the integrity of the research conducted by Nobuto Yamamoto and colleagues that originally prompted claims regarding cancer and HIV has been questioned. I'll have a look at more of it. It does sound remarkably similar to many other stories of this type. Wasn't the guy banged up that tried to do this in the UK? I remember reading about it. Here we go. Unlicensed HIV drug nearly killed patient. Millions made from sale of cancer cure. Right, okay, this is ringing a bell. What else? Didn't Richie Allen cover this guy not long ago? David Noakes. Yeah. Do you know, I'll have a look at it, but I don't know. I'm sure, I'm going to have a chat with Richie, because I'm sure Richie had him on, so I might have a chat with Richie, see what his take on this is. And then, I've got a funny feeling it's a load of bollocks. Just another load of bollocks to fleece people. As soon as you hear, like, it cures cancer. Well, what kind of cancer? All cancer? Well, tumours, what about in your blood and lymphoma? No, all cancer and HIV and autism, cures autism. Doesn't sound terribly specific, but I'm gonna have a look, because I've got to look. Can't just rip the piss out of it until I've gone and had a look at it. But I remember when I did this for one of the Live League shows, I spent days researching the ingredients of vaccines and the effects of different types of mercury on the body and how it works. And I really did my best. And then everyone just go, bollocks that. Bollocks, I heard on David Icke that it does this. It's, oh, fuck off. I didn't get the information from Natural News. I actually got it from Science Journal. Well, you know about those scientists. So you can't fucking win. But I will look into it. I will have a look and gladly share my opinion on it. Remember, it is just my opinion. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But if I did have advice for anybody, it's may it never happen. But if any of you do end up with cancer, or a loved one with cancer, or a friend that gets cancer, don't just tell them to take baking soda or whatever this is, or just smoke weed. Tell them to go with what the doctors try as well. Just because some people on the internet tell you that most people die of chemotherapy than they do cancer, don't listen to them. It's bollocks. Try natural stuff too. Great. Whatever works, yeah? But go see the doctor. Let them help you out a bit. Because to just assume that all pharmaceutical answers and medical answers are bullshit is ridiculous. It's like saying that everything that comes out of the mainstream media is bollocks. It's a ridiculous thing to say, because it's not true. A lot of it is. But to suddenly decide it all is, or that one side's all truth, or one side's all lies, you've got to be careful doing that. Doesn't make you too great. Let's have a look. Nat has sent in an email for us. He says, hey fellas, have you guys got any gossip on Yaniv being arrested? Loads of love. Nat. Apparently Fat Nat, the cycling mechanic king tranny cat. P.S. Graham is a racist. I didn't make that up. It's
What the fuck, man? Everyone's jumping in on me today. The whole chat's just been pure hate.
well, what can you do, dude? They know what you are.
It's fucking bullshit.
We don't know anything else than what we spoke about on Tuesday, really, do we? He was arrested for having a taser. Sutty's Rehab says, right or wrong, why won't they try the geezer's stuff? Bookscore says David Icke, MD. Yeah. Why won't they try stuff? Because that's not how it works with pharmaceutical medicine. You don't go, yeah, I'll give that a crack. There's testing. Shit has to be done. You can't just assume that big pharma's... I'm not even going into it because there's no point. It's too much and everyone gets too emotional about these things. But you don't just give shit a try. If some guy comes up to you in the street and goes, hey mate, I'm a doctor, try these pills. You don't try them. At least you shouldn't try them. You should find out what they are. Don't worry what they are. Cures AIDS, autism and diarrhea. Go and give one a go. Get your higher than tits. Go on. You don't take them, do you? Very much similar in the big pharma. Very much similar. Okay, I want to start talking about these flyers that turned up. I first saw this. Excuse me. It was brought to my attention by Drone Tech. It was flyers proclaiming that Trump supporters should be sent to death camps. I don't know how to say death camps like that. I thought it sounded German. Death camps. Evil places where they will probably be worked to death and ground into salt or something. It kicked off online, because these were found in some town I can't pronounce in New York. It's either Patchogue. It's fucking stupid. Because over here that'd be Patchogue. But I don't know. It's hard to tell. Could be an Indian word for all, Native American word for all I know. Anyway, this place in the state of New York, anti-Trump supporter flyers caused outrage. Now, a lot of people saying, see, the left want to put us into death camps. Finally, proof they want us in death camps. As ever, it never quite turns out. Some people said, you know where they did this? It's a big MS-13 place. So it's them. No, it wasn't. It's the leftists. It wasn't. Well, maybe not. Kind of. They weren't printed by some kind of spotty Antifa scumbags and then put everywhere as something they want to do to Trump supporters. Apparently, they were printed originally by the Shock Theatre Collective. What they are, the Shock Theatre Collective, it's a group that creates haunted houses and horror scenarios, and they did one about the dangers of extremism, which can take two ways. You could say that they're making out that Trump supporters are extremists, so they could show that, hey, this stuff's leading to put people in camps. That's extremism as well. Extremism isn't just on one side of the political spectrum, as we're all well aware. However, these flyers were part of this show on extremism, and they were only up for a day or so, and then they went. However, someone's been out and been putting them out and then posting them on Twitter. Now, they've said we had to let go of a Shock Theatre member for posting certain things on our Twitter that the former member should have been using to promote our shows. The collective wrote that on a Facebook post. These certain things won't be brought up because these certain things pertain to something else we can't talk about yet. The flyers were hung about a month ago for a promotional video as part of a show about the consequences of extremism. They stayed up for no more than 2 days. And the collective has stressed they're neither pro-Trump nor anti-Trump as a collective. They've been getting a lot of abuse. They've been getting a lot of abuse and threats and everything else. But apparently, according to them, there's no reason to instantly disbelieve them unless you have some other information I'm not yet aware of. Someone has just taken this shit and put it out there when they shouldn't have. Put it on Twitter when they shouldn't have, and the collective have got rid of them. So perhaps it wasn't quite the apocalyptical call to arms of the left to put all Trump supporters in death camps that it was originally taken as. Of course, though, on the internet, this does not calm people's shit down. They're still losing their shit over this all over the fucking place and still sending death threats into the Shock Theatre Collective. Because what people want, more than anything, is to be a victim. Like Owen Schroyer and his sex abuse case that he just won. I mean, I get it. Well, if a woman can do it to me, and I grab a woman, this one, if they grab me, yeah, in theory, he's right. In theory, that's equality. In practice, being a bit of a pussy. Just saying. It's not manly, is it, Graham?
Hey, she's lucky that he didn't shoot her and his baby. Like that, straight away.
He didn't what?
I would have shot her in a baby. Instantly. I wouldn't have even checked. No taking her to court. Did you just touch my dick?
Thank you very much.
That's my new thing now. I just shoot everyone in the baby. Straight away.
It's the dumb thing in America, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Shoot them in the baby. I am wearing the original Ogrish t-shirt. It's very tattered now. It's very old. It's about 16, 17 years old. It's an original Ogrish t-shirt, yes. From the original ogrish.com. From the original admin. Sent it to me. Very nice. I have another one somewhere. I've got a couple, but yeah, so these flyers, we'll talk about Ogrish a bit later. Yeah, not a big deal. Not as big a deal as it was made out to be. An unpleasant joke. Someone being a dick. But hardly a call to arms. So maybe just chill out on the death threats. Not that I'm suggesting any of our viewers make them. But in general, internet, chill out on the death threats to the people that make haunted houses. Because if you were going to be put in death camps, it wouldn't be by a bunch of nerds that do Halloween attractions. Let's be honest. Natalie says, take your t-shirt off. Nobody needs to see that shit. The rate I'm losing weight in about another 18 months, I still won't take my t-shirt off. Yes, strip, says Cup of Tea. No, I won't be doing that. No, I would just disappoint everybody.
The American Rebellion's just talking about that film we were talking about earlier, The Hunt, where Trump supporters are kidnapped and hunted for sport somewhere in Europe. Because obviously, if you're going to do something that vile, you're going to get away with it in Europe, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, ever since Hostel, everyone thinks that's what happens in Europe. Nothing good happens. Nothing interesting. Nothing happens in fucking Europe. Yeah, and also you don't know the context. Like we were saying before, wasn't it? We don't know the context of that film.
No. It kind of looks like they're the heroes ultimately, but
usually that's the way it goes in these horror films, isn't it? You know, the underdog.
Yeah, exactly.
Overcomes.
Yeah.
Except in Hostel, where they all died.
I love everyone's wetting themselves up. What about my 25-year-old original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt? No one cares about that, do they? I've had this since I was 12.
Yeah, but this is ogrish.com, dude.
Turtles were really cool in the 90s.
No. This is ogrish.com. This shit was real.
They were real. It was live action, dude. That was the whole point.
If anyone wants to go down memory lane with Ogrish and Live Leak and all those sort of things, if you go to @TheNewsJunkie on Twitter, the main guy from that, it's a radio show from Florida. It's really popular. The guy that does it, one of the guys that does it, is Sean Watson. I did a podcast with him just a few days ago. Was it Monday, Tuesday? Monday. And, Sean was there in the Ogrish days as well. He did, I believe, a podcast for Ogrish. Then did the Live Leak. It wasn't Digest. It was something else. I've forgotten again. But we did like a Live Leak podcast as well back in the early days. So we get on the memory line of shock sites and things of that nature. So go and look that up. It's @TheNewsJunkie on Twitter, and you'll find a link for it. It might even be in my Twitter somewhere, @Aidan Hewitt. And it's about an hour, and we talk about all that sort of thing. So if you like that, go and have a listen. Ogrish, fucking hell. Those were the days, Graham, when every day I woke up to a mailbox of fresh horrors, just abject terror. And it really did reach a point. I think the worst part was when we were making the documentary that we didn't release.
Oh, yeah.
I edited a 90-minute film, got the voiceover done, got all this footage in. Some of it has never been seen anywhere else and never has been since, as far as I know. Nothing spectacular, and we cut it all together in 90 minutes. Took me weeks, and I was struggling during parts of it, because you're watching these things over and over and over again while you're editing. And I'd be like driving home from where I did it, and I couldn't get it out of my fucking head. It was really rough, but we got through it. We did it, watched it, decided it would never see the light of day because I'd get killed. And that was the end of that. Don't have a copy of it, nothing. Destroyed it, finished, gone.
You didn't even keep it for release after your death?
No, we spent money on that as well, and it was professionally written, researched. The voiceover, we used a Canadian lady for that, because that softened it. Because originally it was suggested I do it, but when I did it was just dark as fuck. It was like way too dark. It was worse than Faces of Death by a long chalk. It was all about the insurgency in Iraq. A 90-minute documentary on the insurgency in Iraq. And it was dark. And we didn't do it all horror filmy, because that would have been wrong. It was it was dark. And it was killed, and that was the end of that. We got rid. Ed Dovey says SnuffX owns Ogrish. Yeah, of course it did. Especially when it updated every 12 months. That was mint. Dude, I knew all those sites and half the people that fucking ran them. I wish I'd got to know the Consumption Junction guys. I really wish I'd got to know. Those were some guys that knew how to party, Graham. You need to go and read up on those.
I don't approve of that sort of
Oh
thing.
no, they were fucking mental. Like properly, like blowing hundreds of thousands on coke and hookers.
I love it actually. Like people that I know now, like when I sort of hang about with them, they're like, "Oh, I met up with your friend so and so," and I'm in my head, I'm like, "Oh, they knew me 20 years ago." I'm like, "What did they say?" It's all lies. Every word is a lie. Every single word.
I'm trying to think. 20 years ago, I'd already settled down.
No.
Long since settled down. How long have I been with? Let me see. They're coming up for 26 years.
Wow, well done, man. That's really good. That's fantastic.
I'm 47 in like 2 days. Shit, yeah, 2 days. 47. How the fuck did that happen? When do I grow up?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I don't think doing all this is going to help us grow up anytime soon, is it?
I've got a 7-year-old son. I'm supposed to be more grown up than this.
Well, what colour lights should we put either side? I like red.
This is still 47. No wonder things are breaking and fucking breaking down. I'm a knackered old bastard. It's just up here. It's not gone yet. The memory's slipping a bit, Graham.
You're gonna be like a Chinese woman, aren't you? Just you like your mind will be like a Chinese woman's body. Just be young for 50 years and then instantly wrecked, like a prune. You'll just come here one day like, oh yeah.
Dude, I don't still want to be doing this when I'm 70. Come on.
70? I was talking 50.
Oh, fuck off.
51? You'll just turn up. Hello, sir. What's your name? I'm like, oh, God.
Fucking hell, 50. It's not far away now, is it?
Oh, neither's 40 for me. I'm freaking out about that.
Oh, 40's not so bad.
Yeah.
50's looking a bit challenging. Isn't that around the time the doctor starts getting this fascination with your arsehole?
I can't wait. I keep dangling.
I'm really not looking forward to that.
I keep teasing and
How many
hinting.
fingers did he put up?
2, I'm hoping. Like if it's a stranger.
Could I have a doctor with thicker fingers, please?
Well,
I just need a little more.
I'm not going to go like the full 3 or 4 like you do at home because it's an unusual environment, isn't it?
Random Goon said, why does Graham look like a confused sign language interpreter when he pops up?
I know, I was thinking exactly the same thing because usually, because I've cropped the image quite tight tonight and it's square. And yeah, I was thinking the same thing when it pops up. I look like I'm about to start signing for you, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I just go again like, okay, bye.
Do you remember on Game Face when you used to come trundling in along the bottom?
Oh, I know, yeah, it was great that, yeah, my little...
Apparently Aphidlip turns 46 on Monday.
Oh, good man, good
Happy
man.
birthday for them. If you haven't got no other shows between now and then, Graham does on Sunday, though. The American Rebellion says 56 sucks. Fuck. Okay, well, I've got a while till I get there, so hopefully everything up till there is not so bad. I wonder if I'll still be doing this when I'm 56.
I don't know. It might just be all remote by then. Just in your chair, your wheelie chair with your motor.
Can't leave the house. To be fair, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't anyway.
Turning the computer on with your stick. There we go.
I need to win the lottery or some shit like that. I'd never leave the house again.
No, man, build a home studio.
Well, what if my son would want to go somewhere now and again, wouldn't he? But I mean, he's getting older. Pretty soon he won't want fuck all to do with me, will he? So
When I came down in today, my little girl, she's only 4. She was just in the neighbour's house. She just let herself in. I was like, okay.
oh, it's like Junior now. If he goes off to his mate's house, I won't see him for 3 or 4 hours.
It's crazy.
He's fucking great.
Yeah, I know. I loved it today.
The only problem is though, because he's only 7, there's still that nagging worry,
Yeah.
and also that realization that it's not long now until he's doing that overnight. And well, granted, not long, but hopefully about another 10, 11 years. Well, that'll go quickly enough.
You know, when I was in the Lake District once, I was playing with this little boy, and it turned out that he'd gone off from his parents and not told anyone. So they just found him with me, and it was like there was a full-on search party. Like this guy just walked up and then started screaming like, "I found him! He's over here!" And the little boy had just not told anyone. Had just walked off, and then there's me going, "You're all right, mate." Can you imagine how I must have sounded to their like lovely Ambleside accents? You're all right. We're just playing video games.
Young Alex has just come out and said he's 26. Young Alex is But the Trigger Warning team, he's behind the scenes, does clips of the shows. Fucking hates doing this one because I ramble around all over the fucking place and launch into something. 26. Yeah, Happy Dog has picked up on the fact that you claim it was the child's thing. That he just, yeah, it was his. He just left everyone, and I just found him.
That's the story.
Yeah. He went, I found him. So Graham took his hand off his mouth and went, oh, yeah, here he is. Put the bottle of...
yeah, I was just about to go.
Yeah, threw the cloth away.
We're just playing Perfect Dark on the N64.
Yeah, what's the tape for? Nothing. I should have put fresh cotton in before I came out. This one's all fucked up.
I've left my vape in my bag, man. It's killing me.
This is just going to make me cough anyway. It's strange coming off the back of that chest infection. It's just, ripping me to fucking pieces. I did buy another juice, but now I've got to steep that one. Makes me furious, that.
What does that mean?
Well, basically let it lie for a bit and mature. But it should be done before I get it.
Yeah,
why should I have to do it?
I don't know about any of that stuff. I just get it. Like I said, I just... Our Soph gets everything. Birthday and Christmas, what do you want? I'll just go give me more juice. I've never been in the shop. I don't deal with it.
Why am I even doing this? It's just going to make me cough. There we go. I don't have the wattage that high, so these coils take a while to ramp up. Baby clouds, dude. Baby clouds. It's not good, is it? Everyone just chill out for a minute.
This is compelling.
Ah, dear me. Right, fuck this. Let's crack on. Nazis! I can't get my chair in the right spot. I'm trying to cross my legs for comfort. It's not comfortable. All right, let's talk about Nazis. Now, when I want to talk about Nazis, I mean the nearest thing to real Nazis. Not what everyone says are Nazis nowadays, which is anybody that disagrees with them. You're like an actual Nazi. No. If someone says, I'm a little concerned by uncontrolled immigration, not a Nazi. I voted for Trump. Not a Nazi. Or probably not a Nazi. Could be, but not because of that. Republican. Nazi! No. Definitely not a Nazi. But there are people that do kind of qualify, and I bumped into one on Twitter by obviously looking through Happy Dog's fucking tweet. Not saying Happy Dog was one of them. He was addressing one of them, and I couldn't help but address Happy Dog, and this guy climbed all over my dick for a while. He put up a post with an image on it with text, and it says, if Germany had won, a war-torn Europe would have been spectacularly rebuilt, supervised by Hitler's architect, Albert Speer. Berlin, now renamed Germania, would be the capital of Europe. All Europeans would have benefited from the German economic miracle. When he says all Europeans, I'm assuming he doesn't mean the Jews, the Gypsies, the disabled, the black, or anything like that. I mean, he just means, white people. No USSR, and thus no Cold War or Iron Curtain. Clearly, it's if Hitler won everything, is what he means. No word of what would happen to Russia because his crystal ball probably went a bit cloudy at that point. No Red China and the subsequent killing of 40 to 60 million Chinese people because China never killed anybody before it turned to communism. No communism anywhere. The end of the political ideology known as Zionism. A Palestine free from Israeli aggression and the relocation of the Jews to Madagascar was legitimately a German plan to relocate all Jews to Madagascar. Whether the Jews wanted to go or not, and those that didn't Well, they went to the camps anyway, didn't they? It shows that the Germans were very keen on relocation by the way they put all the Jews into trains and burned them in fucking ovens. But I digress. Greater stability in the Middle East without Israel. I'm seeing a pattern here, Graham. A pattern's emerging of his fascination with Israel and the Jews. No fictitious war on terror. What about a real one? Why just fictitious? A ban on usury and privately owned central banks. Abolishment of Freemasonry, because that's a massive problem in this world. An emphasis on traditional family values. Hitler was childless, wasn't married. Where's the traditional family values? Anyway, far be it from me. No cultural Marxism or liberalism and their destructive ideologies, such as drugs. There'll be no drugs. Even the drugs the Nazis took. No drugs. Hitler was off his tits on speed all the fucking time, but no drugs. There'll be no abortions, because they've never happened and certainly didn't happen when the Nazis were in charge. Didn't need them, they killed half the fucking people. There'd be no pornography, because no German ever looked at pornography. Germans still don't do the There's no such thing as German pornography or Scheisse movies. No homosexuality. Apparently homosexuality is an ideology of cultural Marxism and liberalism. Thumbs up. There'll be no radical feminism. There will be no multiculturalism and the present Jewish policy of forced third world immigration to the West. And you still tell me that we won? Yes, we did win. We won against fascist assholes like you. You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know what would have happened. If Hitler had fucking won, the genocide would have continued for generations. Because in case you didn't notice, in just a few years, they killed a shit ton of people. The Jews, the gypsies, the disabled, the mentally ill, fucking anyone that didn't fit the ideal image of the Germans went to the fucking camps and died, and that would have continued if he'd won. Why wouldn't it? There'd have been no one to stop the mad bastard. Yes, what happened in the USSR with communism was fucking dreadful. What's happened in China was fucking dreadful. But how is it better just to replace those with more different genocides? I know why. Because you don't like the people that didn't get genocided, do you? You wanted to see a few more Jews die. The person that put this up said you don't know anything about the way I think about all this. Yes, I do. I've had a look through your fucking profile and your friends and all the other things. And to be honest, you're full of shit. You say you were in the Royal Navy, you're a patriot, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit Nazi apologist fucking... You're just awful. You're a fucking maggot. You're the lowest of low. You have as much value to this country as one of those frothing at the mouth jihadist fucks that says we must live under Sharia law or die. You are as valuable to this country as them. Going on about your blood, the purity of your blood. Well, it's a shame about the shit in your fucking head. Purity of your blood. You were born white because you had white parents. Don't be proud. You've never achieved fuck all in your life. You miserable fucking wretch. For all the bullshit and everything else, I don't wish death on any fucking group of people. How you could say, oh, if only Hitler had won, it would have been a much nicer, less Jews. Maybe you'd have killed your fucking ancestors and we wouldn't have had you. How about that? That's all it is. The wrong people for you were basically the subject of genocide. Fucking dreadful cunts. And people go on to me, oh, Lively's terribly racist. Oh, terribly racist. Blah, blah, blah. There's fucking Nazi movements on Twitter. Fucking teaming with the bastards. And pedos and fucking... all kind of fucking oddballs that want to harm people and animals and all sorts of shit. You know, but this prig, what a fucking terrible person. It's the fact that they can genuinely say to me, well, you don't know anything about how I think about these things. Well, I do. You've written it all there. You've written it all there, and it's kind of, obvious. You would have been one of Mosley's guys. You'd have been a fucking brown shirt. And everybody would have fucking hated you. Now, I said to Happy Dog that, now that the greatest generation, because that's how we refer to them, isn't it? Whether you like it or not, the greatest generation, why not? Give them the props. Now that they're dying out, this shit will come forward, and it will. And he questioned the greatest generation. They've sold us out! No, they just fought against fascism they were fighting against. That genuinely did threaten our way of life, our culture. Which apparently you'd have handed over straight away in favour of being a Nazi. No, you're a traitor. You're a turncoat. You're a brown shirt. You're a worthless piece of shit. You and everyone like you. And then the Holocaust deniers popped in on the thread, obviously, and one I looked in there, because they can't fucking help themselves. I'm not talking people that go, like things that apparently you're still not allowed to do. But you get people that do say, I don't know if it was 6 million or not. I mean, I don't know how many people fucking... I see 6 million, I'll give you 6 million. Was it less? Was it more? I don't know. Too many is the answer. Far too many. But it's all these, it didn't really happen. It was all lies. Yeah, of course it was. All lies. Fucking, they're all delusional. They're all mental. They're all fucking mental and thick. And they revere like that guy that went to Auschwitz and took the scrapings off the tiles to prove there were never gas chambers in a totally unscientific test that would have destroyed any scientific evidence anyway. But people still go with it because why not? It fulfills what you need. And that's what social media and the internet can be very good at when you surround yourself with people as fucking mental as you are. It just pays in. It gives you the affirmation. You feel, yeah, I've got the angle here. And then when you inevitably fail in life, as you will, miserably, when you're sat smelling of dirty balls and feet, you can sit there and blame the Jews. Good on you. What a life. May it work out for you very, very, very well. And it's like the people going on about fucking, Muslims constantly as well. Always going on about everything. Everything's Muslims. Usually people that don't know any, who never met any. It's boring. It's boring and it's counterproductive and it's fucking stupid. Do we have a problem with Muslim rape gangs? Yes. Yes. Are there some horrible Jewish people? Yes. The trick is to not blame everyone, because there's some pretty fucking ghastly white people. I've noticed we don't tend to blame the rest of the white people for the white people. We don't say, well, what can you expect from them white people? We don't tend to do that very much. I wonder why. Can't imagine why. So there we go. That's my take on modern day Nazis. Fuck 'em. Random Goon brought up Mad Jack Churchill. Oh, he was bang up for some more war, that fella, wasn't he? I remember reading about him years ago, and then I think, didn't Dankula do a Mad Lads on him as well? I think so. I like Dankula's Mad Lads videos. Do you watch those?
I've seen a couple of them. It's a weird one. When I click on him, I tend to enjoy them. His Bob Ross one was phenomenal.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. But for some reason I don't click on him. And YouTube constantly tells me it'll remind me for months and months of the same one. And because it knows, it's like, you like this, Graham. I know you like this, but it's like, no, I'm not in the
Watch it again, Graham.
I will. There's a couple I need to catch up on, because I always enjoy him when I click on him.
He's very good. He's very good for obviously for a terrible Nazi.
I think what it is though, I'm too hooked on the now, like what's going on now, the latest news, latest updates and stuff. So it's one of them where I kind of leave it because it's a self-contained story that you can watch at any point. Point of order on that last piece though, Hayden. Madagascar's very nice.
I'm sure it's fucking lovely.
I'd say of all the claims there, I wish someone had sent me to Madagascar.
Me too. I don't mean me.
And the white thing as well that you said at the end, that's actually becoming more common now, isn't it? You know, like the New York Times is terrible for it.
Oh, that's a temporary woke measure.
Yeah, I was thinking the woke
This
thing,
isn't
yeah.
something that we'll see in a couple of generations' time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's dying out, and it's a small but very vocal minority. I'm going to be talking about that on Sunday, actually. I'm going into the DSA, you know, the Democratic Socialists of America. I've got to go through some of the footage from that because it was phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. I really look forward to seeing you do that. I've just seen someone say it wasn't there skinheads in Hitler's days, skinheads with Doc Martens and tattoos with the odd check shirt. I'm not wearing Doc Martens. Skinheads weren't a racist group. That's a very common misconception. They came from the days of ska, didn't they? That whole look came from ska, which was all about diversity. Ska music. The sort of National Front thing came later when some of them co-opted that look. But the original skinheads with all the gear, was it Fred Perry tops and Doc Martens and all that stuff? That was nothing to do with racism. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Let's have a look here. Buckscore says, point of order, Hayden. That meeting was hilarious. What meeting was that?
Oh, I think he's talking about the DSA thing.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It was so good.
No, I can't wait to see you get into that one. I know, Alan, I'm just joking about it being me. I was just saying about skinheads. They weren't racist. It's a shame to malign them as such. And Happy Dog says now they're a gay icon. There you go, you see. Very adaptable. Aphid Lip says he lives in the most dangerous city in the US. COT? Chicago Old Town? Is that? I'm just making that up.
I don't know. I know Old Town's pretty bad, though.
Apparently his bubble was popped by a 9mm in the 80s.
Was that some sort of euphemism? What does bubble pop mean? Isn't that like does that mean your ass was penetrated by a 9-inch penis?
Millimeter, he said.
Yeah, but like 9
Oh, COT just stands for cup of tea.
Oh.
Yeah, Random Goon says, Scar, I believe, came from reggae. I even supported the Ruts for my old punk band. Yeah, it was reggae and soul, and it's kind of mixed it all together, didn't it? I don't know. I listen to fucking Iron Maiden. What the fuck do I know of fucking Scar? Yeah, I was a metal kid. I've never been any different. So, you know, I just know random shit, that's all. Fucking hell. Is it time to go yet?
I quite like Blur. They did those cute little songs that you go, did it, like that. And you feel lovely. But yeah, it is nearly time to go.
Fucking is for you.
Get out!
I've been listening to Slipknot a lot lately, which is funny because I've not listened to Slipknot since about 1999.
Didn't they just play Download?
I don't know, but I know they got a new album coming out. But I've gone through all the back catalogue, listening to it, me and Junior, and they're a lot better than I remember them being. They're really good. But I've also been listening to a lot of Carcass, so swings and roundabouts. I like Carcass a lot.
I don't know who that is.
It was an offshoot of Napalm Death.
Oh, okay.
My old band supported Napalm Death. I always drop that in because it's the nearest we got to ever doing anything big. But yeah, they were an offshoot. They were much better than Napalm Death.
What are you on about? They probably still talk about like when they got to meet Hayden Hewitt.
Oh, I'm sure that comes up regularly. Ironically, if I'd been doing Ogrish and Live League by then, we'd have probably got on really well. Although I think one of the Napalm Death guitarists did follow me on LinkedIn, and we had a wee chat. Was it Mitch Harris? Can't remember who he was. Followed me on LinkedIn and said hello. There we go. Oh, do you know who followed me on Twitter?
Go on.
Did you see that video about the angry dwarf in the bagel shop?
No. Oh, yeah.
Angry.
I know
He's
you
followed me on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah, I've not followed him back yet. I must do that.
Did you do a piece about him? Did we moan about him on the show?
I don't think I said fuck all about him, did I?
The one is that the guy where loads of other angry videos have come up? Like he's just been posting them for years, apparently. Like angry rants.
He's
on
been having a
YouTube.
bit of a ruck with Ricky. What's his name? Berwick. I keep wanting to say Berwick because that'd be the correct way to pronounce it, but it's Berwick.
Yeah, the great. Yeah. He's the greatest, man. He's a goat.
So they've been having a bit of a to-do. I'm trying to find him now because I should follow him back, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%, man.
I mean, he's desperately trying to make the most of his 15 minutes of infamy.
You never know. You might even get DMs off him.
Oh, won't that be nice?
Yeah, you just read him out on the show.
I can't find him now. Maybe he's unfollowed me.
Bastard.
I don't know. I'm trying to do it in like real time here. I think he might have unfollowed me. Oh no, he hasn't.
Oh, there you
Just
go.
that a few have followed me since. Didn't even know.
Oh, I see. Just dropping that in, are you?
Oh yeah, I've been doing quite well recently. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, there we go. Chris Bagel Boss Morgan. It's at Chris Morgan the One. So I'll give him a follow back. Like I say, he's desperately trying to, like, get the most out of this 15 minutes. And good luck to him.
Let's get him on. Get him on
He's a
Skype.
proper bell end in that fucking video.
Astonishingly so.
So, yeah, let's get him on the show. Get him on the show. Before we go, there's one last tiny little story, UK-based, about Labour. Our Liberals American Rebellion. You'll like this. Very quickly, Shadow Chancellor John... Sorry, I went blank for a minute. Shadow Chancellor John McDonnell was at the Edinburgh Fringe. You know, that place where all the woke people go and chuckle quietly behind the hands at cis males and things like that. And occasionally Frankie Boyle will be there. John McDonnell was there, and he gave a stark warning to the nation. I don't know why I said it like that either, but a stark warning to the nation in a world. He said apparently Jeremy Corbyn... Well, okay, if there was a vote of no confidence in the government, or as he said, Boris Johnson, it would be in the government, apparently Jeremy Corbyn would jump into a taxi, drive to Buckingham Palace. Now, point of order, would he not be driven? Or is he going to GTA the fuck out of a black taxi?
Nah, man, he's going to rip that driver straight
He's going
out.
to run up, whip him out, fucking pistol whip him. Mm-hmm. Cruise for some hose that he can hit with a stick, get the cash money. He's going to then drive the taxi that he's clearly fucking carjacked to Buckingham Palace. I imagine straight through the front fucking gates. Like a boss.
Leave him spinning around, falling all over the place. As he's...
Like a pimp.
Yeah.
And he's going to go in. And do you know what? This is John McDonnell's words, not the rest of this part. He's going to strut in. All right, Queen. Now, apparently, what he's going to say is not, Your Majesty, I'm asking permission to form a government. No, fuck that. Apparently, what Jeremy's going to say is, we're taking over. I imagine in John McDonnell's mind, he sounds a bit more cockney, doesn't he? We're taking over this gaff. Something like that. He's going to storm in. We're taking over, you slag. And then go off and fucking take over the country and whatever Labour want to do. Officially hate Jews. Whatever it is, they're going to Labour the fuck out of it. All fucking pimped up to the max. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And it's because his comments came after reports that Boris Johnson plans to simply ignore any such vote result. So if there is one in no confidence, he's got and pile ahead with a no-deal Brexit. Remember, the no-deal Brexit. Brexit alone, the actual vote to leave. The Bank of England said it would cause mass panic and starvation and bankruptcy for the nation. It didn't happen. It never does. The news, the mainstream media in the UK are saying there'll be no food on the shelves, there'll be chaos and people panicking. Well, there will be if you don't fucking stop. But they have to keep going with this, otherwise nobody would panic. And where would the story be? If people weren't told to panic about fucking baked beans and brown sauce, they wouldn't. Brexit would just happen and life would continue. Everyone would go, well, it's gone up by 3p. That's it. We won't run out of all the medicine. The world will not end. Planes will not fall from the sky. The firstborn will not die as the angel of death passes over the United Kingdom. None of these things will happen. And another thing that won't happen is Jeremy Corbyn storming into fucking Buckingham Palace saying, we're taking over. Although the idea of him GTAing the fuck out of a black cab, I'm not going to lie, it feels good. Feels really, especially in top-down view, Graham. Top-down early GTA.
Oh, for sure.
Was it GTA 2 or 3 that was
It was 1 and 2 that were top-down.
Yeah, but wasn't there a London one top-down? Was that 2?
Yeah, no, well, GTA London was like an expansion.
Yeah, it was an expansion pack, wasn't it? That's what it would be like. But with Corbyn.
Yeah.
Old and infirm and fucking mental. There we go.
There's nothing wrong with socialism.
What's it, the latest one I've seen? Champagne communism.
Oh, yeah, luxury communism as
How
well.
can you have luxury?
I know, it doesn't, it literally, it's an oxymoron.
You can't have it. You can starve. That's what you can have with your communism. No luxury. Small grey houses eating grey food, working in grey places, wearing grey clothes. That's all you get with communism. Red flags. Right, I think that's about us, isn't it? I quite enjoyed that last bit. That is far more fun than I anticipated doing that story. I'm going to be... Yeah. So, that's where we are. That's trigger warning for this week. Hopefully next week we'll have made a little more progress. And I'll have some shit mapped out for the show that I'll be able to let Alex know ahead of time. Imagine that kind of professionalism. Graham is back on Sunday. There'll be some clips going out from this and that. Graham's show is at 12 p.m. UK time, usually on Sunday. But if you follow the Trigger Warning feed on Twitter, you'll get all the news. Or subscribe and touch our bell on YouTube. Graham and myself will be then back on Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. with what's now called TW Tuesday, but it's also the podcast. We need to sort that shit out as to what it actually is, I guess. I don't know. I'm addressing you, Graham.
I know
you
you
can't
are.
see me because you're hiding behind that fucking light.
I didn't know it was now TW Tuesday. I just thought you'd called that because you were having an old person moment.
No, it's what I've been writing on YouTube for the past fucking month because that's what it is. There's TW Sunday, Tuesday, and I gave in and called this the big show because that's what you kept calling it.
I just thought it was the podcast, Trigger Warning podcast.
But it's not a podcast.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Because it's on YouTube.
Well, what difference does that make?
It's not audio, it's video.
No, it doesn't matter anymore, man.
Oh, it does, Grim, because you know what it is? Vodcast. That's what it is. So, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been a pleasure talking at each and every one of you. I'm sorry if I didn't check the emails very often. You just get carried away doing these sort of things. Like I say, so we'll be back doing this next Thursday between now and then. Got Graham on Tuesday around 12 p.m. UK time. We're back on that's on Sunday. We're back on Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. UK time. And we'll be doing this all again next Thursday. Until then, if you'd like to support the TW project, please go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv. Anything from $1 a month, it all helps. It all goes into the costs. And believe me, they're rising, and it's not because of Brexit. And do go to www.triggerwarning.tv and sign up. We won't track you, but we might talk to you. Okay, that's it. Let's get the fuck out of here. I need to go home. Good night, everybody.